Coda recently released a few quality of life improvements and user interface changes within the app, and in this video we are exploring exactly those and what they mean practically speaking for you in the daily use of Coda. The first improvement that we're looking at is timeline milestones. So I'm in an actions page that contains a table for action items or tasks as part of the 24 assets system. And let's say I'm gonna create a timeline display of actions right now. Here is the display options of the timeline view, and I can select the start date and the end date. I can then select the default time axis or the scope of view here from this drop-down menu. Let's do month, that works for me. The default view date, so these are old, already existing settings, and a new setting is milestones. And milestones really are pages within a Coda table that have a start date but do not have an end date assigned to them, and they display as little stars on the timeline view. So if I activate them, you can see how a milestone looks on a timeline view right there. So let's close this up, and here is my milestone. I can click on it to expand the page and see more details about it, and I can also drag and drop the milestone around the timeline to change the date. But in this example we are using the date completed as the end date, and if that is present on a page in a table, then that page is not a milestone anymore because it does have an end date, and so it will display stretching across the milestone from the start to the end date accordingly. The second feature is setting the page width of new pages by default, and you can do that under document settings, page options, new pages, and you can see here within page width you can select one of them if it is narrow, standard or wide. In this case I have a wide layout applied, and if I want to apply it to all new pages and old pages, I can click this button right here, and the page width will be applied by default to all pages and all new pages that I will create in the doc. Thirdly, you can quickly create buttons to open URLs. So for example, here is a table of products. There is a product URL column that is a URL column type, and if I click on the URL icon, I can add a related column and I can select open link. This will add a button that is automatically displaying the URL that is entered here. So it can be useful for the user experience. So if you want to improve the user experience, and instead of displaying the raw link or the world icon, you want to display a button that people can click on, then that's when you can use the automatic button to open URLs. And on the same page there is also a callout block, which you can see here and which I've used extensively on this doc for explanations. Right now you can quickly copy callout blocks by selecting the three dots on the left hand side, copy callout, and you can then paste the callout with Control or Command V, or just right clicking and paste, and that will retain all the same formatting as the original callout that you copied. When it comes to notifications, you can now manage all your notifications from a centralized place with this icon here, where you can see the notifications across all your docs as well as all the notifications on the current doc that you are in. You can also mark all notifications as read via this button and pass to them by clicking on them directly to open the doc where they come from. An additional relevant feature that Coda has, and that is also available in Word documents, for example, or Google Docs, and that can be powerful when it comes to writing content and editing content in particular, is suggestions for editing. And Coda has had this feature for a while, and now it has made it more accessible. Whenever you click on a text or block, you can find here start suggesting changes on the inline menu bar, and also on the right hand side right here. And when you click that button, you are now in suggesting mode, and you can edit here, for example, video, and then the original creator of the doc maybe can accept or reject the suggestions. When it comes to searching across Coda docs or a specific doc where you're currently in, the search bar has become a bit more powerful because first of all it remembers your recent searches, which you can also clear from the list here, and whenever you search for a keyword you can search in the current doc as well as within all the docs that you are part of. So it's a centralized search that allows you to search your whole Coda docs ecosystem, which is very powerful to quickly find information from wherever you are without disrupting your workflow to open different docs. In addition, the search is organized by pages, tables that contain that keyword, as well as specific docs that contain the keyword. And be aware that at the current moment, search also exposes content from hidden pages in your docs. The checkbox column type has a slightly different design, and in addition, you can check or uncheck multiple cells at once. So for example, I can select multiple of these by holding Shift and selecting with my mouse, then right clicking and checking 3 cells, and this will check all of them. So you can select multiple rows within a table and check or uncheck checkbox columns quickly and directly by right clicking on one of them. And finally, you can insert today's date dynamically. So so that it changes every day by using a simple command that is /today's date, and this will automatically update every day. And it could be useful, for example, on a dashboard where at the very top you might have today's date and maybe a greeting for the current user in the doc. And that concludes the main quality of life improvements within Coda that can enhance your overall user experience when using Coda docs. You can find all relevant links in the description of this video. For now, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.